There we are. Good morning, friends. Is it day 303? And we are 304. And we are about to start our morning routine, our morning workout. I hope you're doing well where you are in the world. It is Monday morning where I'm at 5:25 a.m. and we're about to get started. I'm going to be doing some clean and jerks this morning and some other exercise. I'm still focusing on building strength this week, probably for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll change things up again. Evalis, good morning, buddy. I hope you're doing all right. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope you're doing well. I guess your Monday started a little bit back, and I hope your working Monday is going well for you. For those of you who are just dropping by or others who are watching, my name is Toby. I'm 40 years old and I train to live an active, self-sufficient and adventurous life. That means that I try to focus on my sleep, how much sleep I get, what I eat, my nutrition, strength training, conditioning training, and mobility. And I live stream here every morning, one of my workouts, whatever I'm working on that day, and for a conversation and a chat. So if you're interested in anything like that, then go ahead and drop by, say hi in the chat, so I can see that you're watching. Ask me any questions, and we can have a conversation now or under any future video. At the same time, this is about the way I feel, not about the way I look. That's important because everyone might have different health and fitness goals. You might be working on weight loss, you might be working on your look, you might be working on a strength journey for maybe a competition or an endurance journey for a competition or specific training for a specific sport like I used to train because I did a lot of judo and karate. But at this point in my life, I just want to feel fit and competent, and I think I've built a routine over the last years to actually help me do that and feel that way. So that's why this is about the way I feel, not about the way I look. But remember, fitness is very personal and everyone has different goals. And maybe there's something for you here, whatever goal you have. It's the person we are today who's going to get us to where we want to be tomorrow. So I always try to remember that we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. And a bit of kindness to ourselves goes a long way because, if we cannot be kind and forgiving and pleasant to ourselves as we learn and progress through life, then we're going to make life incredibly hard for ourselves for no good reason. Cool Monkey, good morning. Hi, Cool Monkey. Thanks for dropping by and saying hi. I hope you're doing. I hope you're doing okay. Okay, where you are in the world. And I hope you're having a good start of the day or a good end of the day if it's still Sunday for you, or maybe a good day if you're a bit further ahead than I am. It's 5:29 a.m. where I'm at, and I'm in Amsterdam. So like I was saying, be kind to yourself today because it's the person you are right now that's going to help you take all those steps to where you might want to be tomorrow. And the only way to get anything done, friends, is by showing up and doing the work. So I'm going to get started with a brief warm-up and movement preparation, and then we're going to get on with the workout. And in the meantime, if you're on the chat and you have any questions for me, you just go ahead and ask, because I'd obviously be happy to hear from you, and you can let me know what's on your mind, what's going on. So how did I sleep? Well, I actually slept quite well, to be very honest. But I just woke up at 4 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep. Just ended up being wide awake. No questions. no reason given. I just woke up and that was it. Tried falling back asleep for about 30 minutes. Didn't. And then it was so close to the time I needed to wake up to do my morning routine anyway that I just got out of bed and did some stuff before getting started here. Hey there, thanks for dropping by, Narim Kumar. Good morning. Thanks for dropping by and saying hello. And I hope you're doing well where you are in the world. I don't know what that word means, or where it comes from. Maybe you can help me understand and explain what it is. Now we're going to finish the warm-up with a quick flow. Really, so help me out. Tell me what it is, where it comes from. I have no idea what you're talking about, and keep in mind, there are many things that go on in the world, so you maybe have a field of interest or an interest that I don't have. I'd be interested to learn from you. And you can tell me where it is that this comes from. All right. And I think we're all warmed up. So we're going to do some clean and jerks, 2 times 8 kilos. And then we're going to do some deadlifts, and then we're going to do some other work this morning. And what a good morning it is. And for those of you who are watching and dropping by, thanks for dropping by. My name's Toby. I'm training to live an active and adventurous life, and it's Monday morning, and I'm doing my morning routine, which today is some strength training for kettlebell, with kettlebells. So if that's something that interests you, then go ahead, stick around, watch, and maybe even like. And subscribe to my channel. Five. They tend to work on an every minute, on the minute schedule. So that means do the reps within the minute, rest the remainder of the minute, and then move on. So it's a nice combination of strength and conditioning. And you'll see me using a variety of weights. Throughout. And as with everything, when I'm learning techniques, I start with a low weight, work both hands, one hand, till we feel competent and strong enough to do it with heavier weights. Fourth set. This is always a nice way to start the Monday morning. And also always a great way to end the week on Sunday morning with a good workout. Fifth set. And if you're interested in working out, I actually have a program online with some videos that explain how to get started with kettlebells and have a follow along series for anyone who wants to start with kettlebells to build the basic strength and conditioning. Because once you build a strong base with kettlebells, a lot of the other things become easier as well. At least I found kettlebells to be a very good tool to prepare myself for the challenges life might throw at us. Three more to go. So yesterday I was doing my push-ups and pull-up cycle. One pull-up, two push-ups. Trying to do that for 12 minutes. And I started off with 3 2-minute. And that got progressively harder. So I thought about giving up. Because that halfway point is always the hardest, right? There's always this midpoint where your mind, there's a little voice in your mind that starts saying, hey, this is too hard. You want to give up? Stop, take it easy. Why are you doing this to yourself? And we're on to the last set. And I think the message to the voice is welcome it as an old friend. Sit them down. Let them have their say as we keep working, because they might sound sensible too. They might have something useful to say. And we'll consider it when we're done. There we have it. The clean jerks, two-handed. Two. Deadlifts and gorilla rows. So, it's worth keeping in mind that there's always a midpoint, and that voice will grow louder as you approach the midpoint. But if you keep going at the end, that voice is going to be drowned out by a sense of victory. That's also a fact. So, for your own sanity, mental health, just keep that in mind. You'll be fine. And those clean and jerks sure do get to you, even with a relatively lightweight, because it is a full body exercise. We're going to do some single-handed clean and jerks as well with a 12 kilo after we're done with the rows and the deadlift. And then we're going to have to call it a day, because then the day is also going to start again. All right. So why do I do the deadlift if I'm doing kettlebell training? Well, it's relatively straightforward. The hip hinge, right, this movement, is fundamental to just about any kettlebell technique. Having strong muscles in your legs, hamstrings, glutes, quads, being able to brace the core properly, stably, in a position like this. Being able to produce the force necessary to swing a 24 kilo deadlift is a matter of technique and strength and conditioning combined. So having a good deadlift, strong deadlift, this is important overall for life in general, but for whatever you're going to be doing with kettlebell. And for anyone who's just dropping by and watching. So my name's Toby, and I'm 40 years old. And I train to live an active, self-sufficient, and adventurous life. Not only now, but also for the 50 to 60 years that I have left to live, which is a long time. And the way I do that is I focus on my sleep. Trying to sleep 7 to 9 hours a night. Focus on my nutrition, right? Mind what I eat healthy 90% of the time. And by healthy, I mean home-cooked, fresh, geared towards my overall health goals. Focus on strength training. As you can see right now, these are 20 kilo kettlebells, and I'm dragging around. Conditioning training, also with the kettlebell, but also by running, and focus on my mobility. YouTube punk, good morning. No shame in living the life we are and being where we are in life, buddy. And David M., good morning, good to see you again as well. And I hope YouTube punk and David, you are both well where you're at in the world. It's good to see both of you here again today. So, the talk show. There. Have fun. Have a good time there. That sounds interesting. Is that something we can see online? If we can, let us know in the comments here. And YouTube punk, what's the workout going to be today? Let me know if you feel like it. And how was your weekend? I hope you had a good Saturday and Sunday. Oh. All right, 2 more of these, 2 more deadlifts, 2 more kettlebell rows, and then we're going to go to the single-handed clean and jerk. And I'm going to check out that new message in a moment. There we go, friends. Hey, Korea. Feel after 50 all. Change. I don't think I appreciate that, actually. And I know, actually, one of the things I learned when I was, doing the certification to be a personal trainer is that we don't find health a primary need in life. So what that means is we only start to care about our health when it begins to deteriorate. And the thing is that as we grow older, our biology begins to work against us, right? That's the reason why at 40, but I think also at 50 and at 60 and at 70, having a healthy exercise routine is what's going to keep your body active and healthy, combined with good nutrition and good sleep. But I understand the sentiment. Sometimes I wonder, like, am I really going to do this for another 10,000 days? But yeah. And Korea, by the way, thank you for dropping by. And I hope you're doing well where you are in the world this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, what the time is, where you're at. David, you're in a deeper range of motion. Yeah, I have used a weight disc or anything, or even a slanted board. And yes, look up some tutorials online. You can, and there are reasons to do it and reasons not to do it, depending on your personal circumstances and ability. So, if that's something you're interested in, I've done it. It works. It helped me reach a certain range of motion. If that's what you're after, it might be a good tool in the arsenal. But talk to a good trainer or physiotherapist about how to move if you're going to do anything like that. It's always important to receive proper counseling and guidance. 10 rounds, 30 seconds. Snatches. Ooh, nice. Oh, very nice. All right. Single-handed. Clean and jerks. That was a push press. And the last one. We're going to go 5 for 5, so 5 left, 5 right. On this one. This is a 12 kilo, by the way. This Saturday, doing my last kettlebell course of the year. Going to a hardstyle specialist to learn more about hardstyle kettlebelling. It affects so hard. That's a 45-pound kettlebell. Whoa. I wouldn't even dare do a snatch with anything heavier than a 12, which is like a 25-pound kettlebell, I think. 24. So amazing, man. Great work. You must be in pretty good shape to be able to do that, buddy. But then again, since we keep bumping into each other under Brittany's live streams, I guess that's also not a surprise. How long have you been kettlebelling for? Like your whole life? So I've been at it for about a year now, give or take, actually. I think you're confusing me with, what's his name? He's also from Texas, right? Chuck Norris? Is that the one? I mean, Chuck Norris just looked at the kettlebell and it snatched itself, I believe. The legend goes. The one-sided just lands differently. Not better or worse. It just is a different technique. I honestly feel I might be able to do it with a 16, but I'm not going to risk it today. But we'll find out in the future. Because there's one thing to be able to do something once. It's a completely different ball game. To be able to do something 50 times in one training set. By the way, if you ever get to a rack position that is not entirely comfortable, feel free to just adjust the rack so that it is comfortable. There you go. See that right? Small. Okay. You have to be squinting a lot, but I'll take that, and I will have a smile on my face for the rest of the day because of your good mood, friends. What a nice start of the day, and I hope it's the same for you. By the way, that might be the case because, as Arnie said, the true foundation of the Herculean physique is the clean and press. I'm overweight. You gave up for about 4 years. That's a year and a half. Arnold. I think the most important thing in life, my friend, is that we show up and do the work. And sometimes it means coming to terms with the harsh reality of how healthy or unhealthy we are or have become. I think twice in my life I've gone completely the other way. Once as a student too many distractions, too many parties. And once, as an adult, trying to figure out how to hold my own in my life, my career. But the nice thing about the body is that the way we use it and the way we treat it determines very much the way it functions. I think we're almost on the last one. This is a shame because I feel like I could go on for a bit, but all good things, my friend, must come to an end. So, final set, clean and jerk, one side and here. And then have a cup of coffee and move on with the day. You can also notice that I'm getting tired. So it's probably a good time for it to come to an end. And really make a cup of coffee and start breakfast with the family. Clean up. Friends, it's been such fun. Thanks for dropping by and saying hi. For those of you who are just joining, my name is Toby. I'm 40 years old, and I'm training to live an active, self-sufficient, and adventurous life. And I stream my morning routine and my workout here every day for you to follow along and for you to have a conversation with me. So if this is something you're interested in, go ahead, subscribe to my channel, and we can continue this conversation. You can also go ahead and check out a video, like, leave a comment, and for those of you who are watching, you'd really help me out if you hit the subscribe button, but you probably have, and leave a comment under one of my shorts or long forms, because that helps the algorithm apparently show it to more people around the world. And I think my goal this week is to get to 775 subscribers. Who knows, we might ever reach the 1,000. It is 6:08 a.m., friends. And I'm done. Clean and jerks, strength protocol this morning. Thanks for dropping by, for watching, all of you, for saying hi, for the conversation, for the questions. Like I always say, you know, this is about the way I feel, not about the way I look. And we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. And the only way to get anything done, friends, is by showing up and doing the work. So I'll see you tomorrow in another stream. Take care.